What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Blowtorch. Now, here he is inside the packaging. You can see him, you can see his accessories. You got the side, the artwork. That looks pretty cool. You got the back, you got his tank and everything, all the accessories on there. Other side. And we got the front. This is a figure that I don't believe I had when I was younger, so it's going to be pretty different for me. First thing I'm wondering is how close that face sculpt is to Grunt. It looks pretty similar. That's like my first thought. Of course, it's probably not going to be the exact same. I'm thinking it'll be different, but we'll see when we get to like a comparison thing. But for now, let's get them outside of the packaging and check them out. All right, so here's Blowtorch outside of the packaging, and he looks pretty cool. The legs, when I looked at him, well, we'll get into that in a second. Let's go with the accessories first. Accessory wise, he's got his tanks. Slide him out of the way so we can focus a little better. Got this yellow. Got the black. It looks like the black might have been painted over in certain parts. Yeah, so they painted that yellow on top. You've got different flame effects. So you've got the shorter, thicker burst. And you got the longer stream. Pretty okay translucent. Not the best. Seen better. But not terrible. It does fade pretty nice. The yellow or light orange to darker orange. Got a pistol. Just solid green. Looks good, but no paint to bring out any kind of details, so that's kind of lame. Could be better. You got his helmet. Looks like it might have been molded in this yellow and then the black painted on top. Looks a little, not the best paint job. You see a little bit of like slop missing a little bit. Not the best. But it's okay. Just not the best. You got this cool mask here, which I really like. I think looks pretty cool. And I can't wait to get this one on him to see how it looks on him. But you got this strap here to go around. You got the hose that'll go into his chest piece for his oxygen. Get the clear lenses. I think that's really awesome. And that's what I'm curious to see how it looks with the helmet on. Assuming it's going to be something like that. You've got this hose here. That's going to go from his blowtorch to the tank. Some nice ridges, flexible. Doesn't really do anything else. No paint on it or anything like that. His blowtorch is pretty plain though. You got this nice silver on here, but like the tank, everything else is molded in this green. And I think that's a shame. I think they should have added a little bit of paint there and there. You know, on this tank. Along the rails. Something. And you got this little, you know, it's sparked effect. Of course, that'll pop out and you can plug in the different effects. So, yeah, while this looks kind of cool, they shorted it by not giving it a better paint job. Of course, you got the longer string, thicker flamethrower. And that is it for his accessories. Looking at Blowtorch himself, he looks pretty cool. It's a nice head sculpt. Doesn't look bad at all. His suit looks pretty cool, different. This is the part where the hose is going to plug into. Rotates, kind of plugs in. Leave that there. But you got this nice red in this like off yellow, close to orange. That's a pretty interesting color, but stands out. Yellow, the black, and that red go all throughout his body. You've got all these wrinkles in here, which look good, but there's no like shading. That box has just a little bit of paint on there. A little paint here on the belt. These look good. That little gunmetal silver on there. I have a little slot right there on mine. Silver on like a zipper. But he does look cool. Got the undershirt in there. Hair sculpt just a little bit. The boots. So yeah, that's Blowtorch. For articulation, his head looks like yeah, no hinge, just a ball peg. So that's about it. Looking down, looking up, doesn't look up hardly at all. Let's see, butterfly joints, T pose, back to a T, upper bicep, double jointed pinless elbows, hinge, rotation, everything in the hand and wrist. You got the ab crunch, goes back pretty far, goes forward okay. This part of the armor does give just a little bit, so if you move it, I'm sure you can get just a little bit more out of it. So not terrible for that sort of thing. Got the ball waist. Leg chops down just a little bit. And if you get this armor piece underneath in the hip, you can kind of get it to move a little better. But as you come up with it, his leg kind of goes out, almost like a Y joint. And it's just because of the sculpting on the inside. Once you start going up, it starts pushing the leg out. So it's not a true Y joint. Double jointed pinless knees. Go back pretty far. No boot cut or anything like that. You get your hinge, pivot all from the ankle foot. So yeah, I would have liked to have had another joint in here somewhere. Up top, down low. That would have been nice. And that's it for his articulation. For accessories on him, I put this mask on first, and that looks really cool. I like that a lot. I think the design is really cool. Like that's pretty awesome. Then you can throw this helmet on over. And that looks awesome. I really like the look of it. Really cool. Got this tank here. You gotta try to line that hole up there. Push on the outer like armor. I want to call it armor, his suit. All right, so here's Blowtorch with the all of his accessories on. So you got the helmet, which looks good. The mask looks awesome. You've got the Blowtorch, which again, that could have used some more paint. The flame looks good though. The hose wraps around, connects to your tank. The tank goes into the back. Kind of a pain to get it in there for me. I don't know that they're all like that. It's just hard to get it lined up. Kind of wish he came with a different hand so he can like hold it a little better, or hold it somewhere. Just looks a little out of place, I guess. Now these hoses and everything kind of run into each other every once in a while when you're posing, so it'll disconnect like down here in the bottom or up top. I kind of pinched this hose here a little bit just to break it in so it wasn't as rigid. But yeah, he looks good. Looks really awesome. The colors, everything about it, something about him just kind of like really just pops out to me. One thing that kind of gets me is his helmet doesn't look very protective. Like I feel like barbecue. Whenever I saw barbecue, for some reason, like when I was younger, or anything like that, I thought of barbecue as the flamethrower guy. I didn't realize he was like the rescuer. I don't know why it didn't click when I was little, but his helmet like encases him and everything, and I feel like that provides more protection. I feel like this thing wouldn't protect you from like nothing. And if you're playing with flames, I mean, I think you would want more protection. You got skin exposure here. You got a little flap. The front is like not zipped up all the way. So that's an interesting design choice. I still think he looks cool. It's just me noticing that and thinking about it a little bit. But yeah, this is Blowtorch. Get some figures out and kind of do some comparisons. So first comparison, we got Torch next to the Dreadnoks. Dreadnoks Torch next to Blowtorch, and pretty interesting. Got some flamethrower guys gonna go at it. Different styles of the blowtorches. I do like blowtorches better with even that green. I like that green and that silver on there. The shape of it more than I like torches. Then you got the hose that wraps around. And you get the back, and that part is the same. Reverse colors, and then his got writing on it versus Blowtorch doesn't. Yeah, but exact same backpack. Everything up to the actual Blowtorch part. And he is taller. Blowtorch is taller. Pretty cool. It's going to be nice doing a little shot with these two shooting flames at each other. Or at each other's teammates. Something like that. Then, of course, you got Blowtorch. Here is Barbecue, who I mentioned earlier. I was wondering if they were going to be similar at all. It doesn't look like they actually are. They're probably about the same height. Just Barbecue has his knees bent just a little bit. He's a little bit thicker. They both got the hoses. Barbecues is on the other side, and then they've got different tanks. So pretty cool. And again, he's got more protection. I mean, look at that. He's got skin exposed. I mean, he's running through it, but you never know what's going to happen when you're playing with these flames. So I would expect his skin to be kind of covered up a little bit more. But he still looks really cool. I really like him. These colors look really good to me. And the sculpt. I think it's that helmet and the mask combo that's doing it for me. Now, I was wondering myself how his legs were. I thought they looked a little thick. Maybe they would be similar to the mole rat. And you've got the mask going to the front with the hose, all different. And the legs look to be different also, as the mole rat's got these pouches on the side, and the bottom is different where the boot cuffs are. So Yeah, all new sculpt, I guess. Pretty cool. And then one thing I was wondering about too, there's a lot of things I was wondering about now that I think about it, that I mentioned earlier. So we'll take this off. And I have Grunt. Curious how similar they were. Not really. Just popped out at the top, off the top of my head, like, man, what they look kind of similar, but when you actually look at them, they're not. You're not even close. So that's cool. That's cool to see. Similar hairstyle, though. Pretty cool to see. So overall, I think Blowtorch is a really cool figure. The sculpt looks good. It's different. The colors look good on him. I think it could have used a little bit more paint here on the actual Blowtorch, but he really does stand out in his own way, and I really like it a lot. I love the mask. I love the way it works with the helmet, but that mask is like really awesome to me. I think it's really cool looking. But he looks good. He's just a fun figure, and if you got all kinds of flame effects, you'll be able to really have fun with him in all kinds of different displays. And then it's like, what do you do? Do you have them, lighten up everything? Cobra Troopers, that sort of thing. Do you have them battling Torch, which would look pretty cool? So yeah, I mean, the articulation is good. I do kind of wish he had a better butterfly. I wish he had another hand too on the left hand, so we can grab this blowtorch a little better. Um, Other than that, I think it is a really good figure for me, anyways. Pretty cool, different. I like it, and hopefully, I showed you enough of him to, as always, help you decide whether you want it or not, whether you need it or not, whether you want to pass on it, are you going to wait, that sort of thing. Just trying to help out as always. Um, so, yeah, that's it for this review. I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.